How it goes, the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully, you guys are having a great and exceptional day. It's Tuesday, so hey, we'll be getting half the way through the week by tomorrow, and it's the last week of February, so it's all good. Today's word of the day is actually unleash, which means, unleashing something that you're restrained from. A lot of people have been, economically, mentally, and physically restrained in regards to a lot of things, whether it's restrained, feeling like they're attached to a job because they accumulated so much debt, they've accumulated the skill sets that they have won't allow them to actually go to other places and whatnot. That's why a lot of times people get stuck even living in a part of the country. Great example, a lot of people get stuck living in the DMV because they don't know how to make money outside of their job or the industry that they're in. So it limits their options in regards to where they can actually live. Because growing up in the DMV, half the people I've ever talked to that have transplants that have come to the DMV, a lot of them always tell me, I wish I could live in the Carolinas or Georgia or Florida or live in Texas or whatnot. But because of what I do for a living, I can't really find a decent paying job in that specific area. To me, you're being restrained in that aspect. Not saying that anyone's better than anyone else, but that means you have a leash on you and you can only go but so far in a sense. So the up and coming generation of people, do your best to make sure that you don't have a leash on you when it comes to any job that you're in. That's why people are trying to push more of tech, because the beautiful thing about working in the tech industry, that you could live in the middle of Wyoming. Heck, nowadays in the stay-at-home economy, you could live in Ghana or Mexico and be good as long as you got access to Wi-Fi and access to the internet, because a lot more IT jobs are even being conducted from home. So a lot of people who even work in the IT industry are taking advantage of living in a cheaper country or a cheaper state because they are working remotely. That's why you see this big exodus of people leaving New York and California, because they're like, hey, I can keep the same job. My office says I can live wherever I want to. So, hey, I'm going to go live in Nevada or Texas or Florida or whatever, or the Carolinas or Virginia, because it's cheaper than living in New York or living in California. So it's just one of those things, when you put nothing wrong with having a job, but just at least put yourself in a position where you can have more options. A person who's a mechanic, truck driver, plumber, electrician, a lot of times they have more options. They can get a decent paying job in Pennsylvania or the Carolinas, Georgia, Florida, Texas, Virginia, Maryland, wherever, because those skill sets are always going to be needed no matter what. With a pandemic, without a pandemic, stuff will break down and people are going to need maintenance, skilled workers like that, and I always got respect for people that are doing that. That's why I said with the pandemic, people have been killing it even more so because the skill sets are even in higher demand. All right. And keeping in conjunction with Black History Month, I'm quoting Nikki Gionnai. She stated, and I quote, "Once you know who you are, you don't have to worry anymore about trying to impress anyone else and whatnot." And to me, when you have when you are confident in what you do and your abilities, whether it's a skill set on any level, whether you own a business and you're generating income, you're building relationships, and you got a great customer base or anything of that nature, or you got a great relationship base to where you can get a job with any great organization, you have the opportunity of worrying less because you open up the door of options. That if you ask me what my favorite word is, I do the word of the day Monday through Friday, but my favorite word is options, because when you have options, that not only does that mean that you have more opportunity, because to me, that's what options means, more opportunity. But you have more opportunity to not only do more things, live other places, but you have more opportunity to connect with a lot more people, which to me, that makes life much more richer. It enriches one's life, whether you're doing it online or in person or whatnot, to be able to connect with more and more people, especially when you're like-minded. All right. So do the great 3 free things: like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. And as always, as I say, make money moves or live broke like a fool. Take care.